And good afternoon. Welcome to a special edition of Coach's Corner here on the Highline Activity Network, as we are just a couple of days away from the Division A girls basketball tournament, state tournament, getting started in Minot. And the Highlanders are going to be heading out on Wednesday, and so we're doing a special edition here on Tuesday, a special state tournament edition. We're going to have some of the players and Coach Howard joining us. And starting things off, we've got the posts, if you will. Sky Nielsen and Katie Birchall joining us. Question one for you, Sky. Just how exciting is it to get a chance to get back in state?
I'm just really excited. I've never been there, so I'm just really excited for, I don't know, the new atmosphere that I've never been through.
The opportunity to go on. Katie, obviously you were there last year too. So, but still exciting, even though you were there again last year?
Yeah, it's still really exciting being around. There's a lot of people that go, so it's just really fun because they all cheer, and then it's just really loud in there.
And being at the same place, I mean, a lot of times, the state tournaments move around. You might be in a different venue, but being the same place it was last year, does that make it a little bit easier for you?
Yeah, it makes it more familiar that we kind of know what to expect, but you can still never know what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm. It's the same facility, and what is it from Hoosiers? The baskets are still 10 feet.
Yeah.
Still 15 foot for the baseline to the free throw line. Sky, let's start with you on this one. With Carrington, that's you get in the first round. You start with the Carrington team you saw here on Valentine's Day here at home. Did you guys kind of look at film and get an idea of what you're facing when you get them a chance to play them again?
Well, I've watched the film quite a few times, and just picking out things here and there, where I did wrong, where I did right. So.
Just kind of try to remember a few things, but they could be a different team because that was almost a month ago and than they were last time. And Katie, it's same for you. Do you kind of look at what you did against them on the 14th and get ready for Thursday?
Yeah, we kind of look back and just see what happened, what we did good and what we did maybe to work on a little bit and capitalize on the good things that we did so we can keep doing those. What
makes this team as good as you are? You, meaning the Highlanders, not Carrington. We're done talking about Carrington. But what is kind of the key that makes the Highlanders as good as you are?
I think it really helps that we trust each other and we're all one big family. We all love each other and just goes really well together.
And Sky, being the kind of the two posts, though, you like to play outside too, and you like to take the three on occasion. But do you guys kind of work off one another too, as far as talking and what you see, what you don't see when one's on the court and one's on the bench? Do you do a little bit of that as well?
Yeah, I mean we try to, but it gets loud sometimes. So.
How would you describe you? Are you kind of a finesse? You want to be a little more physical type player?
Yeah, I want to get physical, and then sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But.
Sometimes you get a foul, sometimes you don't.
Yeah.
Now, state tournament, sometimes it's different, and they might let things go a little bit. Katie, how would you describe yourself to as far as a player?
I think I'm kind of more on the physical side because you just have to fight around down low all the time. They try to play you physical back, and then you have to just match them.
I'm just curious if you have stick them on your hands during rebounding.
Gosh.
Not supposed to say anything. But you look at your offensive rebounds. That's something you get a lot of points, second chance points. Is that something you pride yourself in?
Yeah, just always getting an extra chance at the rim always just helps the whole team, getting rebounds, then kick out, and just letting another offensive possession.
Limiting the other team and getting your an extra possession for yourself for 2 keys. Okay, 4 keys. What's going to be a key for you this weekend, Sky, to have a successful week?
Definitely just trying to get every rebound, trying to get every loose ball, just going after it. Got nothing to lose, so.
And for you, Katie, what do you think is going to be a key for you guys, for the Highlanders, to pick up some wins?
I think that we just need to be scrappy and play like it's their last game because they're gonna be so.
Right. How about, I guess, too, just enjoy yourself, too? Is that something you guys are going to try to do? You want to win, you want to do well, but you want to have fun, too.
Yes, and I think when you have fun, you do play better, so.
And a little more relaxed and get out there. All right, well, girls, appreciate you stopping by. We're going to move along. We got lots to talk about with a lot of people, so good luck here beginning on Thursday, and we will see you in Minot.
Yep.
Katie Birchall and Sky Nielsen from the Highlanders, back with more players from this state tournament edition of Coach's Corner on the Highline Activity Network. And back here on Coach's Corner here in the Highlander Activity Network, this special state tournament edition of Coach's Corner on this Tuesday. Now joined by one of the two seniors on this Highlander team with Bailey LaRue. We've got Greta Govan joining us. Greta, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
Enjoying what's going on here right now?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Kind of eager to get to Minot and get things going?
Yeah. There's been a lot of build up, I would say. I'm excited to get there.
Now put the build up behind and let's play some ball.
Yeah.
As a senior to Greta, getting a chance to go back to state, how fun is that for you and your last foray as a Highliner?
It's really fun. Last year was one of the most fun experiences I've had in high school, like sports. It really not a lot compares to, I would say, the state basketball tournament feel. So I'm really excited to be able to go back to that.
I mean, you've been a part of, state cross country and state track, but this is a little different, isn't it?
A little different, yeah. The team aspect is definitely a little tighter. You get to stay like 3 nights, and it's a lot of fun.
How would you describe Greta Govan as a player?
Ooh, I would say mainly defensive would be, I don't know.
Do you pride yourself on your defense?
Yeah, for sure.
Because,
Definitely not on my offense. So.
Oh, come on.
Definitely defense.
But, against Northern Cass, Hayden Crockett, I think that was Coach Howard's idea, is just get you on her and just be part of her uniform there for a while. And is that a challenge you accept if you get the other team's best player?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I kind of like doing that. I know I have one job. That's my goal for the game, is to keep them to the least amount of points as possible. So I definitely like doing that, because I feel like I can do that. So.
And your defense too. You get a lot of steals. You got the long arms. Is that something too that you really enjoy doing? Get your team in their offense by getting that turnover.
Yeah, for sure. I think defense is a lot of fun. That's my favorite part. So.
Well, you're good at it, so you're going to have fun doing it. What do you think this team has to do if you're going to come out with a successful weekend?
I would say just stay calm in the tournament. I think it's really easy to get nervous, high expectations, but at the end of the day, it's just another basketball game. So I think if we stay calm and we can work as a team throughout the whole tournament, I think we'll have a pretty good tournament. So.
And you got Carrington, you know them, so it's not a team that you haven't seen before. Did you even think about the film or think about what you did the last time against the Cardinals or not?
I've definitely thought about it, kind of looked at where they might have had a leg up on us, what we can fix. So that's definitely something I think in practice we're going to definitely focus on, especially a little more today, just to see what we can kind of zone in on and improve.
Having fun, is that something too you want to do these next 3 days?
Oh yeah, for sure.
And really, no matter how it comes out. And I was going to ask you the same thing I asked Katie and Sky. Your Minot State is where it was at last year, so you're on a familiar floor for the most part. Does that make it a little bit easier or not?
Oh, I think for sure. Last year with all the TV timeouts, different runouts, it was all kind of just a very new experience for everybody. So I think this year going into it, that'll be a lot just nicer to know what it feels like. So.
Yeah, well, enjoy the experience.
Yes,
and that's the main thing.
We will.
All right, Greta, thanks for joining us. We'll talk to you, and good luck on Thursday.
Thank you.
That is Greta Govan joining us from the Highlanders. We'll continue. We have got this special state tournament edition of Coach's Corner here from the Hack on the Highlander Activity Network. Back here on Coach's Corner on the Highlander Activity Network, the special state tournament edition of Coach's Corner, with the Highlanders going to be leaving here on Wednesday, and their first game again is Thursday at 2:30 against the Carrington Cardinals. Now joined by Dakota Potretz and Maddie Anderson joining us here. Ladies, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Well, I got out of class too, so but I still have a final that I got to get done here when we're done talking. But that's another story altogether. Maddie, I'll start with you. Chance to get back to the state tournament for you guys. Just how that feels to get a chance to what's the third time in Highlander history that they've gone to state 2 years in a row. So how does that feel for you?
It's very exciting, and I wouldn't want to do it with any other team, so I'm very happy.
Is that one thing, and Dakota, I'll ask you this too, but is that one thing that makes this team so special, is the camaraderie, if you will?
Yes, we're a whole big family, so.
Dakota, is that something too you feel is a key, not only off the court but on?
Yeah, I say we're like not always so serious. Like we're serious when it counts, but we like to have a lot of fun and like just like joke around with each other a lot.
So now I'll ask you guys both the question I've asked the other three. How would you describe yourself as a player? What's a strength? What's a weakness? What do you feel you do well?
I feel like, I feel like I never really like bring down people. Like yeah, sometimes like I'll like coach, like not coach, but like I'll
Yeah.
like give pointers. But I feel like I'm never really like negative towards anyone.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
feel like something I don't do well is I'm very negative towards myself a lot, and I get in my head a lot.
Yeah, stay out of your head.
Yeah.
So not,
I try.
It's not a good place to be. But anyway, Maddie, how about you?
Well, one of my weaknesses and that I can try on is ball handling. It's not really one of my strengths. I get too caught up and go too fast sometimes. So, but one of my strengths is probably like sharing the ball. Like I know when I'm not on, and I know when I shouldn't be shooting the ball. I know when like I should give it to
Oh,
my
my right
teammates.
hand.
Yeah,
Terrible with
yeah.
that.
Just don't tell anybody. Don't tell me. Carrington's not watching, so we're okay right now. So we're good. Well, when you're a dominant lefty, sometimes that can be because
Yeah.
I'm a dominant righty. This
I think
thing is
people are
useless to
starting
me,
to figure it out, maybe.
except for catching a baseball. But that's all it's good for right now. Streaky shooter. Would you consider yourself one of those ones that once you hit that first one and that second one, kind of like against Northern Cass at the bubble, just like give me the ball because this is going
Yeah.
in.
Yeah, I was just really confident, and my teammates knew that I was on, so they kept feeding me the ball. So that's nice.
Do you like to drive more, or do you like to sit around to the perimeter?
I'm a driver. I don't know. I don't really love shooting that much. I'll miss one and then I'm kind of like, maybe not. I feel like
I don't wanna go in there.
I miss the rim more than I hate it, I feel like, from shooting outside.
So I'll ask you the same thing too about Carrington. You saw him on Valentine's Day, the last home game of the regular season. Did you guys think about it? Look at film, kind of look back at what you did against the Cardinals the last time.
We didn't watch
We're doing that
film.
today, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
that's-
watching film
okay.
today, but we're basically taking away outside shots, and baseline is what we're focused on the most.
Taking care of the basketball going to be a big key for you guys this weekend.
Yes.
Limit turnovers.
When we don't turn over the ball, we're a hard team to beat. So
Yeah. And playing on the floor that you played on last year, and you were at the state tournament in the same place. Does that help things a little bit for you guys that you were there once before and you kind of know the atmosphere?
I think
yeah,
so.
it's still a little nerve-wracking,
Yeah.
but
And seeing the replays of yourself.
yes, yeah,
You're like, oh, get the
yeah, yeah.
You don't like walking yourself, do you, Dakota?
No.
You're just not into that kind of
No.
thing. Nope, don't like doing that. Don't like doing that. Well, what is another thing, another key, Maddie, I'll start with you, and just another key for this team to have a successful weekend?
Just trusting each other, like when we stick together, we know we can get over that hump during the game. So we just got to get over that few minutes, and we're good.
Okay, how about you? What do you think is going to be a big key?
Our defense, and Howard always says that we can control our effort, so just putting everything we have into it, I'd say.
And boxing out.
And boxing out.
Rebounding, yes.
Yes.
And rebounding is going to be key.
Yes.
Exactly. Well, I have to tell you this. A couple years ago, about 4 or 5 years ago, they had a little rummage sale for old Highlander jerseys, and I bought 2. I bought 10 and 14.
Yes.
So
yes.
there we go.
Perfect.
There we go. Well, ladies, appreciate you joining us here, and good luck to you here this weekend.
Thank
and
you.
just have fun, right? Is that the
Right.
biggest thing too?
Yes.
Just enjoy the experience.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Dakota Potrat's Matt Anderson. We'll be back with more of our Coach's Corner here from the Hack on the Highlander Activity Network. And back here on Coach's Corner on this fast-paced, up and down, just kind of like the basketball team edition of Coach's Corner. Special state tournament edition. The state tournament, again, begins on Thursday in Minot, and the Highlanders are going to be heading out tomorrow, and so that's why we're doing this special Tuesday edition of Coach's Corner. Now we have a couple of players that join us here from Kinley Suffolk and Katie Coca. Ladies, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm fabulous. Fabulous. How can you not be, right? This time of year, getting a
Yep.
chance to, playing ball in March. Everybody wants to play basketball in March. It's
Yep.
been a long year, but hey, we still got 3 more days, no matter what happens. Kinley, I'm going to ask you pretty much a lot of the same questions I asked the other ladies. How would you describe Kinley Suffolk as a player? What's kind of your go-to?
Just like how I play, or
Yeah. Well, how would you describe yourself as a player?
I don't know. I think I'm very I forget about my mistakes quick. Just try to lift other people up. You know, I'm kind of one of the shorter ones out there, so I don't get into the paint. I can't get, those really inside shots.
Right.
So what I try to do is defense
Yeah.
and boxing out. I try to do my part down there, and then, if an outside shot opens for me, I'll take it.
I can't remember if it wasn't Kendra, but I'm trying to think of the game where you went off for 11 off the bench. But do you consider yourself kind of a streaky shooter too? And that once you feel it, okay,
Yes.
feed me.
Yes, totally.
Any spot on the floor or wings? Is that kind of your go-to? Is that where you like to be?
I like shooting the 3 on the wing.
Okay.
Either one.
Katie, how about you? How would you describe yourself as a player?
I think I run off of defense. Defense is definitely my strong suit, and just getting up and down the court, like where I need to go, and fast breaks. And I would say taking shots when I'm open, but not driving into people, just
Right, yep.
taking open shots.
Right. I like to stay back here too.
Yeah,
Get the perimeter.
Yep.
And you too. I think you had when Greta would get a little bit of break, you got on Hayden a little bit and got in her shorts and created some havoc. Not bad keeping one of the best scorers in the state, 19 points under her average though. So kudos to that.
Yep.
But is that something too you really take pride in? Is your defense and how well you can play that?
Yep. I really take pride in it, and Coach says a lot, our team runs off of defense, so just going into the game, playing the spot that I'm most comfortable with,
Right.
and just doing what I need to do.
Right. Well, knowing too, you're back at Minot, played there last year. Does that ease this week a little bit because you played there last year? Does that make it a little bit easier?
I guess we didn't really play there last year.
Well, right, yeah, you two did, but being
But
part
yeah,
of that.
yeah. The shoot around, I think, the morning before the game really helped. Get the feel for
Right.
the whole gym. And yeah.
Yeah.
I
really-
feel-
Go ahead.
I feel like it's good to be nervous, because then it
Yes.
just you care about it, so I feel like nervous is a good thing.
That's what I said. I was more nervous than you guys coming and doing this because we want to do a good show here.
Yeah.
What's going to be a key, Katie? I'll start with you. Key as a team to pick up some wins this weekend.
I think just playing the way we know how to play, and just really coming together as a team and knowing what we can accomplish, and getting the things that we need to get done with a good attitude.
And Carrington, you saw them once before, so you kind of know what they're going to bring to the table, right, Kenley?
Yep. Lots of outside shots, lots of good 3-point shooters they have. Their defense is also awesome too, so I think we just need to shut down their outside shots and box out, limit second chance opportunities.
And get those rebounds and start running.
Yep.
And
Yes.
how conditioning? You feel you're ready to go. You like that? It's good to the end of the year.
Yep.
The look on your face was like, oh yeah, but
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we've been running for a long time now. We're ready for this.
ready to go and just have fun too. Is that something, Katie, too, that you just enjoy these next few days?
Yep, I'm super excited. The state atmosphere is just a whole nother level, and it's super exciting to.
Same for you too, Kenley?
Yes, totally. That gym is so loud, and all of our fans really bring it. They do.
Well, they're going to bring at least 2 fan buses, hopefully more. But
Yep.
it all starts on Thursday afternoon at 2:30. Ladies, appreciate you joining us, and good luck this weekend. And
Thank you.
we will see you down in Minot, or
Thank you.
over in Minot.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's Kinley Suffolk and Katie Coca joining us from the Highlanders. Back with more Coach's Corner Special Edition State Tournament Edition here on the Highlander Activity Network. And back here on Coach's Corner here on the Highlander Activity Network. And again, a special state tournament edition of the Coach's Corner. The Highlanders will be heading to Minot Wednesday. First game Thursday afternoon at 2:30. And now joined by head coach Jimmy Howard. How you doing, Coach?
Good.
Ready for practice and ready to get things here?
Yep. Just ready to get on the road and start playing here.
Are they ready as far as your players?
I think so. We had a pretty good practice yesterday. We'll fine-tune some things today, and then hopefully tomorrow we'll have a little shoot-around on the way up, and then we'll be ready to go. But I liked our intensity yesterday, our purpose in drills, and so hopefully that can continue to carry.
This, I'm sure goals were set at the beginning of the season. Most of them have been met. There's probably a couple more that have yet to be met. But has this team met your expectations that you and your staff had beginning of the year?
I would say they've exceeded them. I mean, we had goals at the beginning of the year, some lofty goals. We achieved one, get back to the region title game, win it. But I thought early in the year we might have a little bit of a rebuilding as we had some players shifting into some new positions and some leadership positions being filled. But the girls just continue to work hard, and they play really well with each other. They share the ball. They believe in each other. They believe in what we're doing, and they've just continued to achieve. And every time I'm watching, I'm going, man, that's not quite what I expected.
Right.
But you just kind of sit back in awe.
Carrington, you saw me roughly 3 weeks ago on Valentine's Day. Any thoughts that you kind of look at their film, kind of know what you're expecting here?
Yeah, I thought they did a lot of different things defensively against us here, and so they'll probably go to some of those things that they thought worked really well. We were able to, in the second half, kind of defensively take over, and so we're hoping to be able to channel that effort in the second half and do that for 4 quarters.
Do you feel that there's going to be some jitters a little bit, even though this team, most of these players have been there, but still a little bit of upset stomachs, if you will?
Yeah, why wouldn't you expect a little bit?
Yeah.
Big game, televised, all of that stuff. But, we've responded. I thought that the game against Northern Cass, the region championship, there was some nerves just watching in some of our rotations and some things that were uncharacteristic. But we were able to settle in late in the game and get it figured out and take care of it. So hopefully we can work through some of that early and rely on some of those kids that have been in those situations who played maybe last year in the state tournament to help carry us early on as we all kind of settle in.
And your coaching style, it does not change. It's still a basketball game. It's no matter what are the circumstances. So you're not changing. You're not going to broke, what is it? If it ain't broke, don't fix it type thing. Is that kind of your philosophy too, getting ready for this weekend?
Yeah. We're worried about ourselves. We need to take some things away from Carrington. We need to try to make some things difficult, but we need to rely on what we do best. And we're one of the better defensive teams in the state according to points given up, and that's a lot of credit to the girls and the work they put in on that side. And so going into that game, we're not going to do anything different. We're going to stick with what we do best. And we have some things we haven't had to use a lot this season that are in our back pocket if we need to break them out. But going into the state tournament, if you're going to start changing everything, you got to rely on what got you there. And for us, it's a little bit of old school basketball. We like to get in the paint. We like to play defense and rebound, and so those are going to be our big things, and take care of the basketball. And if we do that, we'll be really difficult.
Well, they do say defense wins championships. At least that's what they say. Why is this team so good defensively?
Length. We have a lot of length across the board. Communication. Just another year in the system that we ran. We got some kids with some quick feet. Some kids that defense is, you look at Greta Govan and Katie Koka, defense, that's their thing. And so when you have a couple players that, that's what they buy in on, and they don't need to do as much offensively, it kind of continues to pull everybody in. And, that's just kind of how it's worked.
Is this one of the more complete teams that you've coached in your 10 years, I believe it is?
Yeah. We're able to hit from the outside. We've got some players that can shoot the three and make you pay if you're going to leave us open. We can control the paint for the most part in most games with our post play and our driving from our guards. So I've had some teams that played really well inside out, and these guys would be right up there with some of those.
What is it going to take? What is the key here for a Thursday victory? Let's start worry about Thursday because that's the most important game right now.
Taking care of the basketball, locked in to what we need to do. The one thing with Carrington is, you can get up by 6 or 7. They can come down 2 possessions, hit 2 threes, and all of a sudden it's a 1-point game again. Right. So just continuing to build stops and being efficient offensively. Like when they're not scoring, you need to be scoring to continue to put pressure on them. If they're not scoring and they're keeping you from scoring, they're just a couple threes away from, taking the lead and running away with it. And they had some threes here where we had kids' hands in the face and they made them. And so, we got to just try to make it difficult as we can for them, and then take care of the ball offensively and just be efficient.
And I mentioned to the players, enjoy yourself, have fun as well. You want to win, but and is that the same for coaches too? You want to have some fun too a little bit, and not, or is it just you get too wound up?
I feel like I've always been able to take a step back and just look at some of the games. Do I get nervous for some? Yes. Early in the season, you want to come out, and there are some games where it's like I really want to perform well, and and you get a little nervous as the coach, just going, I hope I have them prepared and that they'll come out and just execute what we've worked on. And so, but for the most part, I do a pretty good job of just kind of chilling, and it's a game.
Yep.
I try to stay even keel, and there's going to be ups and downs, but if we can remain kind of steady and not, too high in the highs and too lows in the lows, which I think we've done a really good job this season, it allows you opportunities at the end to finish games.
Take care of the ball and rebound. They're going to be your biggest keys, aren't they?
Yep. Kind of the same keys we've had all season. That's what we're built on. So, can we do it for 3 more games? We'll find out.
We'll find. And playing 3 days in a row too, but you got to feel this team is well conditioned and in good. 3 in a row is not going to be that big of a deal.
Hope not.
Hopefully.
Hope not. But yeah, we're excited to go up there and show the people of the state what we have here. So we're just excited for the opportunity.
All right, Coach, thank you. Appreciate it, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you, and go Highliners.
Coach Jimmy Howard joining us from the Highlander girls basketball team, back here to wrap things up on this special edition of Coach's Corner here on the Highlander Activity Network. Back here on Coach's Corner here on the Highlander Activity Network, this special state tournament edition of Coach's Corner. Again, the Highlanders will be playing at 2:30 on Thursday afternoon at the Minot State Dome in the opening round of the state tournament. They are the number 3 seed, and Carrington is the number 6 seed. Again, these two teams met back on February 14th, a game won by Valley City, 54-44. That was the final regular season game and senior night of the season, and the Highlanders won that one by 10. Had to pull away late in the second half, but did win that one by 10. Coming in with a record of 21-2, and of course those 21 wins, if you're not aware, is a record for Highlander girls basketball for most wins in a season, breaking a record that stood for 42 years, and now it is